Let's look at problem E. On problem E, we've got negative square root of 25, x to the 6th, y to the 20th. Let's take a look. So I have a square root of 25, which is going to be a 5. I already had a minus sign on the outside, but I can take the square root of 25, which is 5. That will come out completely. I also have the square root of x to the 5th. Again, a square root meant that there was a 2 on that root. So 2 does divide into 6 evenly. 2 goes into 6 3 times, so exactly 3 x's come out. They're not inside the root. They divide it out. And lastly, we've got a y to the 20th. But again, we've got a 2 on the outside. 2 goes into 20 10 times. So we'll have a y to the 10th that divides out evenly. And it's completely outside of the root now. So we're going to end up with negative 5x cubed y to the 10th. And that's because the root's divided evenly into the exponents. Wonderful. It's nice when things work out. Let's look at F. We've got negative cube root of 125, a to the 6th, b to the 9th, and c to the 12th. So let's take a look one piece at a time. Taking the cube root of 125 is going to be nice and straightforward. It'll be 5. Don't forget you've got that minus sign, which means we're going to have a negative answer. Next, we've got to take the cube root of a to the 6th. So again, we've got 3 does divide into 6 2 times. So we'll have 2 a's coming completely out because it divided out evenly. Next, we've got a b to the 9th. This does again work out nicely because 3 goes into 9 3 times. So 3 b's will come out evenly. Last one, we've got a c to the 12th. So again, we've got a root of 3, so 3 goes into 12 4 times. So we've got 4 c's that will come out and divide out evenly. Again, they're dividing out, so they're on the outside of the root. So we get something very nice because the 3 divided into all the exponents evenly. We get a negative 5, a squared, b cubed, c to the 4th. And that's our final answer. Let's look at G. We've got negative square root of 200x to the 13th. So we've got a square root on this one. We can't take the square root of 200, but we can break down the 200 into 100 times 2. We know because of the negative out in front that our answer will be negative. So let's see what we've got. We've got a negative. Also, we know that we've got 200 breaking down into 100 times 2. We can take the square root of 100. It'll come out as a 10. The 2 we cannot take the square root of, so that will stay inside the square root. The problematic part is going to be this x to the 13th. Again, it's a square root, so there is a 2 on the outside of that root. So that means we've got an x to the 13 over 2. So remember, we have to do the division here. 2 goes into 13 6 times as 12 with a remainder of 1. Remember that 6 of these x's then came out, so we have an x to the 6 coming out, but we're stuck with a 1 that was left over on the inside, so we have an x to the first on the inside. Again, that's our answer, but you don't need to write the first power on that x, so it becomes negative 10 x to the 6th square root of 2x. And that is our final answer for G.